of lying propaganda, right? Like propaganda, just like this. So why were the Jewish people massacred throughout the Middle Ages, and why were they brutalized? Because of these false accusations and the language the Catholic Church was using, or the clergy were using at the time, and today the journalists are using against Muslim people. Okay,
So
same history being repeated.
Okay, so let me Okay, so there's a few issues here. Number one, there's a very big difference between somebody accusing a group of people of doing something that they didn't do, right? And somebody accusing a group of people, or not even a group of people, but like labeling, using the label of Muslim grooming gangs,
yes.
even though not all of them. But the fact is that the people, the perpetrators that did it, they actually did do it.
But
right?
I gave you an example of.
I'm just saying why you can't compare it. It's not the same thing.
No, but I responded to that point by giving the example of Henry Ford. When he wrote his book, The International Jew, the world's foremost problem, he used actual examples of the Jewish people influencing policies that were, in his eyes, harming the Americans. And then Hitler picked up that book, and what was the result? So you cannot use few examples to tarnish an entire race. You can't.
Okay, so that's what there's multiple issues, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
There are 3 million Muslims. Sorry, go on, finish. Yeah.
So here's the thing. So I do agree with you. Like I said to you before, and I said to you before, I do agree with you using language like that, right? Using certain, if you use a label to say these people are doing bad things, you label the whole group, and that is a massive problem.
But that's what Tommy does.
I know, and I agree with you. It's a big problem.
So why do you support him then?
Well, what I'm saying is that he's doing the best he can in that situation, right?
No one disagrees with the problem of...
The government not dealing with it is the main situation.
No, you're wrong. Sorry. I've already given you the reasons why he's doing it. He's not doing it for...
No, that's your opinion.
No. I just gave you
it's
evidence.
not opinion, there's facts.
I gave you evidence that he's
Evidence,
being funded.
yeah.
He's been funded to peddle hate against Muslims.
Yes.
He's been doing this for a long time, long before any of the...
He's doing it for money.
Long before...
He's a
How
low
comes
life.
he's got
He
mansions
has
now?
no life. He has no life otherwise. He can't make money otherwise.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not
clear.
opinion, it's evidence.
It's not that I don't...
We're talking based on evidence.
So, and it surprises me that an intelligent man like yourself would end up supporting someone like that, but while you know your history.
It's because you don't like Muslims, man.
You know how Jewish people were so...
Can I ask you a question? What do you think of Malcolm X? Do you think that he was I'll just tell you what
Malcolm X in his early period when he was working for Nation of Islam? No. Malcolm X when he died in the last months of his life, a very good man, changed man, completely transformed because he adopted Orthodox Islam. And he abandoned in extremism. In fact, when he came back from Mecca, he said he will work with anyone, white or black. Before he became an Orthodox Muslim, he didn't have that view. So Islam had a very positive impact on his character. Like myself, right? Islam has changed me. My education, my learning within Islam has transformed me. You know, I used to have misconceptions about people, about certain communities, about certain realities in life, and they were completely, those misconceptions were completely removed by my study of Islam. So Malcolm X in his later life was a great man.
But even in his earlier life, he was misguided.
Yes, he was.
Don't worry about that.
A lot of the things that he fought for was to fight against community, right?
Yes.
And so there were certain...
And he became an extremist in the process.
Yeah.
No, he became very extreme. He became a racist.
Yeah, he was.
He was right. And then he realized, hold on, I was wrong. He realized that the man he was following, the man who was actually giving him those instructions was himself an imposter. So he came to Orthodox Islam and he abandoned his racism. There are interviews of him, go and watch them on YouTube. He's saying that I will work with anyone, black or white or anyone, against injustice. My problem is injustice, not a race. While previously it was a race. So like in Tommy Robinson's case, it is Muslims who are a problem, not the act of grooming or the act of pedophilia. If the act of pedophilia was the problem, then he would be campaigning against the elephant in the room.
He didn't say, okay, he didn't say, I've addressed that.
Have you seen his videos? He's enemy combatants in this house. Okay. Have you seen the video? Okay. Have you seen the video? Have you seen the video when he went to the area of Muslims in Manchester after Manchester bombings? That unfortunate individual who ended up killing that terrorist who killed people in Manchester, and Tommy ended up in that neighborhood and saying all of these houses, in these houses you have potential terrorists. Okay? You still support it? You still support it? If someone did that to the Jewish people because of what the state of Israel might be doing in Gaza, bombing schools and hospitals, and someone went to Golders Green or in Stamford Hill and stood there and said all of these houses. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah. Of course it's ridiculous, right? Now you're going to justify what they're doing.
It's because they're shooting rockets.
Kids are shooting rockets. Schools.
Yeah, kids are shooting rockets. Don't be
Kids.
ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous.
Right.
I'm not saying that kids are they're shooting rockets in space. Right? Have you ever heard that?
I've heard it, yes.
It's made up.
I'm saying it's possible. That some people might be using.
If it's true,
Yeah.
they have a right to protect themselves. Or should they say, no, we're not going to protect ourselves because you're throwing rockets from a hospital or from my children. You should be blaming Hamas for killing children. You should be blaming Israel for defending themselves. Hamas is killing children, not Israel.
No.
You've got to be a mad person. You defend yourself with your kids.
First of all, I am against war. I am against war. Okay. I'm against war. But to be fair,
These are not the kind
to
of
be
things
fair,
people will do.
the people of Gaza,
Don't put their own children to defend themselves.
if I came to your house, and blocked your house, and if your father was, you're not listening now. If your father was dying of heart attack, if your mother had kidney problem, if you had a headache and you wanted to go to the GP, and I blocked your house, and I blocked food, I blocked oil, I blocked coriander, I blocked flour, I blocked everything, and I told you nothing. And you know, if you were in your house, you would be frustrated, right? Right? Yeah. This is how the people of Gaza feel, right? I'm not justifying. I'm against.
But the reason why they've been blocked is because of the
power bank
terrorists.
saved me
They gave back
now I can charge my microphone.
They gave back look, I mean,
No, we're going into another.
Okay, so let's not go to that. But
Okay,
I mean,
so my point is,
I think so. What I'm arguing is, he is doing the best he can. When you don't have a name, when you don't have a name of the group that's doing something, and he has never said, he has specifically said many times he's not against Muslims. Henry Ford, I don't think he said that. I don't
No, he
think
did. Henry Ford said it. He said he apologized in the court.
In his book, he said,
No, he said.
okay, well, later on, after
You need to be de-radicalized.
maybe he said sorry after.
Henry
Rashid
Ford,
will de-radicalize you
never
today.
said he's against Jews.
Okay, but he specifically said he's not against it. He said many times, right? He said he's fighting this specific issue.
And his book was used.
People like Trump, the full right one and right now.
The fact that there's no word, right, in this group, right, is an issue, right? And they need to be defined, maybe by the Muslim community. Maybe the Muslim community will give them a name, right? It's easier for people on the outside to label them. But without having that name, right, it's
How many times did he use the word Muslim grooming gangs? Countless times. Okay, if Epstein happens to be a Jewish man, right? Okay, and he was a notorious pedophile, supplying young girls to a number of influentials around the world. Yes.
I would like to say
Yes.
Jewish grooming
Okay.
gang.
If we said a Jewish pedophile or Jewish ringleader, and the word Jewish was going around in the news, would you not have a problem with that?
okay, so you asked that before and I addressed that.
Yes.
So I'll do it again.
Yes.
Okay, there's a
Listen to what he said and think about it.
an individual's attacking somebody. For example,
No difference. Whether it's established. Yeah.
Okay, so if you had an individual Muslim doing a crime, there's no person that would say, oh, it's a Muslim person. So when you have a group, a multiple groups, I'm not saying.
Why would you give scumbags the title of Muslim?
Yes.
So, and I
Do you understand in Sharia they will be hanged?
I gave the example of you had the Irish gangs, right? You had the Italian gangs, you had the Jews, and you had the Jewish. I know, but you brought it up again. I didn't bring it up again. You brought it up again.
But your friend Raj, the pigeon, says it's a Muslim problem.
I'm saying we should not use racial, communal, religious titles for criminals. You know why? Because it dehumanizes the entire community.
I agree with
You, out of all people,
I agree with you.
should understand
I
more.
do understand. What I'm saying is
Unless you carry hate in your heart.
situation. Right?
You seem to be.
But it's a fact. You don't look.
When it comes to this topic, they have no intellect. Where did all the intellect go?
His point of view is false.
No, but here's the thing.
Okay, you want people to look at things from Henry Ford's point of Hitler's point of view? Would you want people to look at things from Hitler's point of
No,
view?
but you can't compare Hitler to Tommy Robinson.
We
Hitler was a
can't.
person
I agree.
that wanted to kill
I agree. But someone
Tommy
inside,
Robinson
no,
is somebody who's
no,
saying, no,
someone
I'm not
like
saying
Tommy,
it's
No one Finkelstein is a
brother,
good
sorry.
Someone
Someone like Tommy
Hitler
Robinson.
was in charge of Germany.
Someone like Tommy Robinson inspired Hitler. Did you know that? Someone like Tommy Robinson inspired
That's
Hitler.
what I'm disagreeing.
Henry Ford. Henry Ford inspired Hitler. So Hitler is not important here.
Tommy
It's
Robinson
Henry
has
Ford.
specifically
And
said
this is why I'm
that
saying
it's not
people like
against
you.
Muslims. He specifically said that it's not against Muslims. So it's not the same.
Okay, going to a neighborhood and saying in these houses you have potential terrorists is not against Muslims. You want me to believe that? You want me to believe that? You're falling on every single point. You're falling on every single point.
That's your claim.
claim.
I'm not saying that I agree with everything he's done, and maybe there was a certain area that he knew that specifically that there was a lot of terrorists in that area, or people with experience.
Nathan, man, you're
I don't
an
know.
intelligent man.
I don't know. I'm saying,
I'm trying to invoke that humanity inside you.
De-radicalize this guy.
I want to ask you.
He's radicalized. He's been radicalized.
You simplify. How do you expect somebody like Tommy Robinson to react to what's happening? How would you?
Good. That's a question. Okay. Firstly,
remember, he's not educated.
Okay.
Right? From where he is.
I would.
He's a good person.
Okay.
A good person.
Firstly,
how would you expect?
Okay, he is not only talking about grooming gangs. That's a misconception. He's talking about Muslim radicalization. Okay, he has been certainly has become an expert on radicalization and terrorism as well.
Is it not
Not
right?
only, no.
Is it an issue?
No, so it's not. You're making it a grooming gang issue. He's talking about all things Muslim. Okay. So problem is Muslims, not the grooming gangs.
So
you have to
Robinson just a
understand.
champ, mate.
Okay,
Just a
just
champ.
like Henry Ford, all he could see was Jews. He could not see Italians. He could not see Greeks. He could not see the Germans there, right? Because in America, all these people were there trying to make business. But Henry Ford was only focused on Jews doing Jewish things.
Well,
You know,
that's probably conspiracy theories. You can't compare conspiracy theories. You're claiming they're true. Are they
I'm not.
conspiracies?
When did I claim they're true? I'm saying Henry Ford.
Henry.
No. Henry Ford was.
They're not true. You're comparing something that is true.
I'm asking you. Henry Ford gave examples. He published all these examples in his Dearborn International. There was his newspaper, and then he compiled all those articles in a book. Right? He made these claims backed by his examples. Okay. Now I don't know how true those examples were. I have no idea. What I'm saying is his book was used by Hitler to kill 6 million innocent people, right? This is what it does. When you focus on a community and
you're comparing a conspiracy theorist to somebody, Tom Robinson, who's
I'm saying today's Jews are Muslims, and you can't see that. Today's Jews are Muslims, and you can't see that.
But you said in the previous debate that that's not true. You said that.
Adnan,
You said
already people from his group, like Ralph from that year, they became more extreme far right and they're calling for the death.
No, he's not extreme. He's acknowledging a lot of things.
No, but
I'm
people
sure
from
by gradual,
what I'm saying,
by
people
gradual
bred from this group of Tom Robinson. they split it into more extreme far right. But what they doing, they hosting all these extremists, didn't it?
What you said,
Unfortunately.
what you said in the previous debate, you were talking to a rabbi and you said, I cannot call you Muslim. Right? You remember?
Yeah.
And now you're saying, oh, today's Jews are Muslims.
No.
So what do you mean?
No. I said today's Jews are Muslims. There's a context.
In terms of basically
I'm saying what happened to the Jewish people in the 40s. Okay?
Yeah.
How the Nazis
like
demonized
that.
them. The media today and the politicians are doing the same thing today. They're doing the same thing today.
That's what you...
And I'm saying Nathan, out of all people,
they're being treated like Muslims. They're being treated...
Not with people like Henry Ford and Hitler.
So you're saying Jews, Muslims today are being treated like Jews?
So Nathan, coming back to our point.
The point is you can't compare something like a conspiracy theorist, right, who's very powerful.
Tommy is a conspiracy theorist. He's a conspiracy theorist. He's talking about all. Look, just like Henry Ford could see Jews everywhere, Tommy Robinson he can't see anyone else as Muslim. Muslim grooming act, Muslim medicals, Muslim terrorists, Muslims are destroying a culture.
Everybody in Britain is
No, I'm so glad that the decent British people don't agree with him. People in general don't agree with him because if they did, we Muslims wouldn't exist. Yeah, the British people have rejected him.
We say Jewish grooming gang,
For
it
some
will be
reason, only Zionist
anti-Semitic.
funders agree with him.
If we say Jewish grooming gang, it will be anti-Semitic. You understand? That's the double standard.
My point is, that he is doing the best he can. When you use the word,
Do you think he wrote the book himself?
what the book it's just the Quran.
Or do you think he wrote it himself? Honest, hand on your heart. Do you think he wrote the book? Knowing his language?
Yeah, he's
No, it's not the Quran. The book he wrote, which
basic to the point.
I've seen it. I've seen parts of it. Why would I read a book by him?
I'm just asking you.
Hand on your heart. Hand on your heart. Is he selling the Quran? He's not selling the Quran. No. Is it just Quran? Just Quran? Plain Quran? Look. Is there narrative in there? Is there a narrative in there?
But there is this.
So he's selling the Quran.
Of victimization.
He's not selling the Quran. It's a book with verses of the Quran, and he's explaining. He's giving a commentary. You haven't seen the book, then? No, you haven't seen the book. I have seen. There's a commentary. He refers to commentary.
Too much.
Do you think he's written the book?
It's excessive.
You're saying this, I think there is...
It's excessive.
I think you're not getting it.
Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? That's to get people on your side. You know when you say it's to get people on your side. That's an argument that is used to get
It
people
is
on your
not
side.
hidden anymore. You as a Zionist cannot be seen as backing something like that. If you really want people
I'm
to
not
be,
saying it's
if you really
false,
want
like,
people
for
to
example,
think sympathetically about your cause, okay? Not that your cause is,
it's like
very
you're
noble,
tugging on it.
unfortunately.
You tug
It's
on
not
it.
very noble,
That's what
okay?
you like.
Yeah. But if you really want people to think good of you, Zionists like you cannot be seen siding with people like Tommy Robinson. And you're openly siding with people like that. It doesn't, and you being a Jewish man, having known the Jewish history, and I've given plenty of examples as to why you cannot.
That is like, you put someone in that's the thing, this whole thing that I put
Yes.
it's like,
Because the elephant in the room is being.
No, that's not the elephant in the room. Okay, he's dealing with issues that he's experienced.
It's not pedophilia is a problem. It's not child abuse. It's Muslims doing it. It's Muslims.
Right, and you complain about it.
Let's
I
agree.
can't say, hey, you're not worried about him stealing from him. You're only worried
So
about
Nathan, let's have an agreement. Listen, so it's Muslims doing it the problem, not the act. The problem with him, he has a problem that only Muslims are, when Muslims do it is a problem. Not when English, white or British white men do it. It's not a problem. To him. So you agree with me? The issue, and what's the issue? Muslim grooming gangs. So when Muslims do it, it's a problem.
No, because in his community, he's not dealing with the Catholic Church.
Okay.
That's why he's not complaining about the Catholic Church.
Okay.
If he had a problem with the Catholic Church, he'd complain about the Catholic Church.
So
if somebody comes
okay.
and attacks you, you're going to complain about
I would accept your reasoning.
that's your problem.
Nathan, I would accept that reasoning if he was not talking about radicalization, if he was not talking about other Muslim issues, mosques going up, if he was not talking about, if he did not write a book on Islam, if he did not write a book on Islam. So if the problem was only grooming gangs and child abuse, all Muslims in Britain are with him. Okay, let me quickly state again. All Muslims in Britain are with him if he's talking about punishing child groomers, albeit Muslim. But he's not doing that. He wrote a book on Islam. He wrote a book on Islam and Muslim, not grooming gangs. This is what you're failing to understand. Which cleric did he speak to? Which one? He spoke to one a liar like himself. That Tawhidi from Australia. He's an Islamophobe. Yeah, an Islamophobe speaking to an Islamophobe. Yeah. Which Imam did he speak to? I don't know. Yeah. The other Imam he spoke to was Majid Nawaz, another Islamophobe.
People that agree with him.
Your defense is going too far. I hope. I wonder if you would defend someone like Henry Ford like that.
No, I just told you. I said conspiracy theories.
These are all. No, he's also a conspiracy theorist. Let me explain. He's also a conspiracy theorist when he goes to a neighborhood and says, in these houses you have potential terrorists. That's a conspiracy theory. Yes or no? Yes or no? Have you watched that video? Okay, go and watch it. Do you believe me? The video is there. When he went to Manchester and he said, in these houses you have potential terrorists. Okay. What are you talking about, man? Are you okay? What are you talking about? You don't take areas and say there's more extremism in an area. Come on. Extremists don't just get together in areas and start buying houses and start renting houses. This is how Nazis were talking about the Jewish people. They are in the ghettos. You know the ghettos, right? Yes. So you know all of these arguments, people. Supporters of Tommy Robinson Jews go back on the Jewish.
I don't know. That's what I said. I don't know.
Nathan, it was very nice talking to you, man. I don't know if we will fully agree, but nice talking to you. Nice talking to you. I hope you will think about it and reconsider your position on this man. Okay, he's only doing it for money. Okay, he's only doing it for money. And I really hope all the people out there, English and non-English, Muslim and non-Muslim people, will watch this video and contemplate. The issue with him is he's being funded to hate on Islam and Muslims. His problem is not grooming gangs. We the Muslims of Britain are with every single English and non-English person on this. That all the groomers, whether they are white, Pakistani, Bengali, Jewish, Christian, Bengali, whatever they are, okay, all the groomers who are abusing children, they must be punished severely. We stand together on that. The problem is not that with these people, these hate mongers, these Islamophobes. The problem is they are peddling hate against Muslims, just like the Nazis are peddling against the Jewish people, and they committed a genocide. Okay, and I am very happy that we are in Britain. The British people are a lovely people, are a generous people. They have generally rejected this rhetoric. Otherwise, we the Muslims who are a minority, we would be in big problems. We are very thankful to the people of Britain for rejecting such narrative and such hateful language. Thank you so much for listening. Nathan, again, thank you very much. Again.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. You're joining me here today in, need to get this right, Norway. As you can see behind me, there's absolutely no indication that I'm in Norway. I could just be in my backyard filming this, but I'm not. This is actually Norway. and mashallah I'm here, the brothers have been looking after me, it's brilliant. But it's very sad that I've been told that we don't have Muslim schools here, we don't have a Dawah center, we don't have many facilities for the Muslims of this beautiful country. Yes, it is a beautiful country, but it needs to be beautified more with the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever builds a mosque for the sake of Allah, Allah will build for him a house in paradise. And this is where you guys come in. Yeah, you guys, if you don't mind, support these brothers and what they're doing, and inshallah whatever is established here, because they are many years behind countries like the UK, and mashallah countries like the UK, the Muslims, alhamdulillah, they're flourishing. If you guys invest here in Norway, then inshallah in the future, wherever it goes, wherever, you guys will get the reward. So inshallah, let's make it happen guys. Enough talk. Assalamu alaikum.